The tent is lit by candles. Maps of Constantinople cover a wooden table. Sultan Mehmed II, 21 years old, stands over them, armored, calm but intense. General Zaganos Pasha enters. Zaganos Pasha. My Sultan, the walls still hold, but the men's spirits rise. They await only your command. Mehmed II, eyes fixed on the map. Rome lasted 1,000 years. Its shadow has lasted 1,000 more. But every empire has a final dawn. Turns. Tomorrow Constantinople will see hers. Zaganos Pasha. Then we prepare the cannons. Mehmed II, prepare everything. Cannons, infantry, the fleet. Pauses. We end this siege not with strength alone, but with certainty. Zaganos bows and exits. Mehmed looks toward the city's silhouette through the tent flap. Scene 2. Constantinople walls dawn. The sun rises behind the Theodosian walls. The Byzantine commander Giovanni Giustiniani stands with troops. Soldier Lord Giustiniani, the Ottoman camp stirs. Giustiniani. Then today, men of Constantinople, history watches us. Scene 3. Ottoman camp, dawn. Mehmed II mounts his horse. The army, hundreds of thousands, waits. Mehmed II, shouting to his army, soldiers of Islam. The city before us is not just stone and walls, it is the gateway to our future. Today, we carve a new chapter for the world. Forward, the drums thunder, the army surges. Scene 4. The final assault cannons roar. Smoke covers the walls. Ottoman soldiers climb ladders. Defenders push them back. Giustiniani fights alongside his men. Giustiniani, hold the line. Do not let them breach. A cannon blast shakes the wall. Giustiniani is wounded. Soldier, he's down. Lord Giustiniani is wounded. Panic spreads among the Byzantine defenders. Scene 5. Ottoman front lines. Zaganos Pasha. My Sultan, the defense is breaking. Mehmed II. Then press forward. The moment is ours. Scene 6. The Kirkaporta Gate. Ottoman soldiers discover a small gate accidentally left unsecured. Ottoman soldier Sultan's blessing. The gate is open. They rush through, raising the Ottoman banner. Scene 7. Constantinople breaks. The city erupts with chaos. Byzantine soldiers flee. Church bells ring in desperation. Scene 8. Mehmed enters the city. Mehmed rides through the fallen walls, surveying the city, not with triumph, but solemn respect. Mehmed II, softly to himself, Constantinople. You resisted the world for 1,000 years, but today, destiny claims you. He rides to Hagia Sophia, dismounts, and enters its massive doors. Mehmed II, to his commanders, let no man disturb the people. The city is mine, and all within it are under my protection.
Mehmed II
Scene 9. Inside Hagia Sophia. Citizens huddle in fear. Mehmed enters, sword lowered. Mehmed II, fear not. From this moment, your lives, your homes, your churches are safe. He gazes up at the dome. Mehmed II, this city will rise again. Scene 10. Epilogue.
Mehmed's attention
Narrator speaks over scenes of the rebuilt city.
Where fragmented
Narrator.
states offered both
On May
opportunity
29,
and resistance.
1453,
Focused on three
Sultan
strategic
Mehmed
goals:
II conquered
breaking the remaining
Constantinople,
Byzantine successive
ending the
influences,
Byzantine
neutralizing
Empire and
regional
beginning a new
strongholds,
era.
controlling key land routes
From that
in
day,
Central
he
Europe.
was known as Mehmed
Serbia
the
became a
Conqueror,
repeated target.
Fatih Sultan
After earlier
Mehmed.
vassalage, Mehmed's campaigns, notably in the 1450s to 1470s, gradually reduced Serbian autonomy, securing the Danube corridor as a defensive and offensive frontier. The conquest of Bosnia was decisive. Mehmed integrated it directly into Ottoman administration, weakening Hungarian influence and securing inland Balkan Albania resisted under Skanderbeg. But Ottoman pressure steadily eroded the resistance after his death, 1468, opening the Adriatic frontier. Rather than full annexation, Mehmed often imposed tributary systems, especially under leaders like Vlad the Impaler, creating buffer states that expanded Ottoman influence without constant occupation. Direct provinces near strategic routes and semi-autonomous vassals farther out. While expanding westward, Mehmed also turned inward to ensure that Anatolia, Asia Minor, was fully under central Ottoman authority. This involved eliminating rival Turkish beyliks that still existed after earlier centuries of fragmentation. One of the most powerful Anatolian rivals, the Karamanid beylik, was gradually absorbed after repeated campaigns. This removed a major internal competitor. These smaller principalities were annexed. Tightening control over the Black Mehmed also faced indirect pressure from Eastern powers, like the Akayunlu under Uzun Hasan, pushing him to secure Eastern Anatolia defensively. By the end of his reign, Anatolia was no longer a patchwork of Turkish principalities. It was a unified core province of the empire, fully integrated into Ottoman administration, and Mehmed understood that empire required control of sea routes as much as land. After 1453, he invested heavily in transforming the Ottoman fleet from a regional force into the Ottomans, gradually turned the Black Sea into an Ottoman-dominated zone, limiting Genoese and other Italian trading enclaves, notably after the fall of Kaffa in 1475 under later expansion policies Mehmed initiated. Islands held by Venice and Genoa became naval targets, with repeated raids and sieges weakening Latin maritime power. Shipyards at Gallipoli and later Istanbul expanded dramatically, allowing mass production of warships and transport. Late in Mehmed's reign, Ottoman forces even crossed into southern Italy, briefly capturing Otranto, signaling ambitions beyond the eastern Mediterranean. This naval build-up shifted the empire from a land-based conqueror state into a dual land-sea power. Perhaps the most significant transformation after 1453 was Mehmed himself. He evolved from a young, conquest-driven sultan into a ruler focused on long-term imperial governance. Mehmed strengthened the sultan's absolute authority over military elites, religious authorities, and provincial governors. He issued imperial laws, kanun, that standardized taxation, land tenure, timar system, an administrative hierarchy, reducing regional inconsistency. A more professional administrative class emerged, increasingly dependent on the palace rather than aristocratic Christian boys were recruited, converted, and trained for state service, strengthening loyalty to the central authority rather than local factions. Istanbul was rebuilt as an imperial capital with palaces, mosques, markets, and administrative centers, symbolizing permanence rather than conquest. Overall legacy after 1453. After conquering Constantinople, Mehmed II did not simply expand territory. He engineered an in the Balkans. He created layered domination systems. In Anatolia, he unified fragmented Turkish rule into a centralized core. At sea, he built a naval empire spanning the Black Sea and Eastern Mediterranean. In governance, he shifted from warrior sultan to architect of imperial institutions.